it's UPB here from OptionMillionaires.com. Thanks for joining me. It is an hour left in the trading session. I was on last night in the middle of the night. Futures were higher. Commodities were higher. Oil was up 2.5%. Look at it now. It's crumbling like a house of cards. Actually, the dollar is flat, which is good. We did have a kind of abstract today compared to Friday. Friday, the dollar was up almost 1%. Stocks rallied throughout the day, the dollar weakened. Today, the dollar was weak, and it came back strong as stocks, which were higher earlier, fell. So it was a reversal from Friday's action, where everybody was piling into the trade that was let known to the insiders, those who knew that the Spanish banks were going to get bailed out. Yes, the retail traders always last to know. And when they think stocks are going to go down and they go up for a reason. That's because the smart money knows what's going to happen next. They pile in, and then when the news gets released, that's why they call it sell the news. The real retail traders are the ones holding the bag. So let's get into it. We had GMCR. We brought this to the Option Millionaires chat room this morning. GMCR, one of our favorites. Jimmy Bob called this decline. Let me just pull in a little closer here. We had the decline he called, my gosh, from the 80s, this is earlier this year, it dropped to 40. Clobbered. But this morning, look at this drop. Now, had you played this to almost perfection, you're looking at a 300 or 400% gain. Jimmy Bob highlighted this, I believe, before the market opened. GMCR, the $21 put specifically, went from 17 cents to 84 cents. And the stock hit its low about 10:30, and it's just been meandering around in a range between 21 and 21.90. Point being, get in and get out. So you sell, you're selling right at the open, or buying puts, and you're covering for a nice profit. It was a nice decline. So that was GMCR. Let's go to X, US Steel. US Steel, hanging around the big figure here. Look at this action here at $18. A lot of support here, it seems. We're looking at a 52-week low. This is a 5-year low, just about, on US Steel. US Steel was in the 16s back in 2008, 2009. So it's only $1 or $2 away, which means people are pricing in some pretty awful steel demand. AKS, another steel company, was downgraded by GS, Goldman Sachs, Goldman Spectacular. We'll call them that from now on. It's a little sarcasm. I am sarcastic from time to time. So GS stands for Goldman Spectacular. There we go. That sounds better, doesn't it? So nice. They downgraded AKS, and that is what's dragging down X, US Steel, which is down almost 6% today. It's hovering right at $18. I do own the $19 and $20 weekly calls just for a bounce. See the bounce we had today? Right up here, the boing. That's all I care about. Look at that, 1955. US Steel can move to 5 to 7% in a trading session. Over the course of a week, it could move more than that, 10 to 15%. And when all the banks get behind it because they hold US Steel. US Steel was over $60 only a couple years ago. Banks were upgrading it hand over fist. But apparently now they're selling it, downgrading it. Which might mean it's a good time to just play for a bounce at least. And that's all we care about. In a short-term options trade, as US Steel hangs around right now at $18. That's its 52-week low and its 5-year low. US Steel for a bounce. That's what I'm playing it for. How about Garmin? Garmin. This is a stock I've been watching for many years. I don't know about you, but I have a smartphone. My smartphone, guess what it does? It navigates for me. Guess what it costs me? Nothing. It comes with my data plan. So why would I go out and buy a Garmin navigation product when I can get it for free via Google? And guess what? Now you can get it free with Apple. Apple's going to have a map application. And people were selling ahead of this announcement today. Garmin. Garmin's going back to $15. You heard it here first by UPB or at OptionMillionaires.com. That's what I see happening. You just go back, say, about 5 years back to 2008, 2009. Yes, we're going to go back to about $12 to $15 a share on Garmin. And right now I'm not going to play the leaps. Maybe we'll get a short-term bounce. It's down 8%. We get a bounce. Then we start scaling into some long-term puts on this puppy. And we navigate to the promised land. Because when you can get navigation for free on your smartphone, why go buy a Garmin product? I think the market's coming to grips with that. So yes, stocks are down today. USO, I like USO. USO is hanging around the $31 figure, just dropped below it minutes ago. Increased supply in Saudi Arabia, not helping things. Oil was up over 2.5% overnight, and look at it, it's down almost 3% now. I have the USO calls for a bounce. Right now, not looking so good. But I do like to be positioned for stocks, ETFs, ETNs that have fallen dramatically or have risen and that look like they are going to reverse. If you come back to a horizontal line here, possible support, we could see, look at that. Very simple here. And you just play the probabilities. Probability of a bounce, I think, in my view, is good. And hence, fourth, I am positioned for that type of bounce. Could we go down to 29, 28? Absolutely. And you know what? On the other side of the coin, it'll cost me less to fill up my car with gas. So I'm kind of hedging my gas position. If I do make a profit and USO bounces, I'll use some of my profits to pay for the increased price of gasoline for my car. So I win and it's a no-lose situation for me. Once again, it's UPB here. It's a market update. Market's still open, still trading. I'm going to get back to business. Just wanted to give you a quick update while I could before doing it at 2 o'clock in the morning because I am not going to stay up that late tonight. I will have some option trades for you, though, later on via a video, optionmillionaires.com. Thanks so much for joining me. Hopefully the market rebounds. Some of my calls post some profits. We have some classes for you this week, too, at optionmillionaires.com. Jimmy Bob's going to have a Forex class tomorrow at 7 p.m. I'm going to have a live trading class on Thursday at 1 p.m. Mikey's going to have another class this week as well. We might throw in some more classes, some surprise guest appearances. Not LeBron James, no. He'll be choking tomorrow night on the basketball court. I was live audio today in the chat room. We do that almost every day. We have live audio. Stop in. I'll probably be doing it again this week, as will Jimmy Bob, Mikey. Thanks again for listening. UPB from OptionMillionaires.com.